To do this online flute course, you need a flute. And maybe you have a flute of your own, maybe you have a couple of flutes. But if you don't have any flute, I can advise you to buy a red kite flute. These red kite flutes are one of the best flutes in the world I've ever seen. And I'm a retailer for these flutes, so you can find them on my website. And the red kite flutes, they have a couple of very important advantages over other flutes. So one of the big advantages is that the holes that you play are pretty small. So compared to another flute, for example, this is a high spirits flute. Both of these flutes are in F sharp, and you can see the difference. The holes for the red kite flutes are much smaller, and that's important because if you have like smaller fingertips, it's much easier to play these flutes because the holes are very small. And I've seen many problems in my workshops when the holes are too big, then people tend to make gaps with the holes, and the sound is not right anymore. Another very important advantage is the hole that you blow through. The hole is a kind of small compared to another flute. This is again the high spirits flute. You can see the holes from the red kite flute is like more than four times smaller. So why is that important? Because when you blow into the flute, there's moisture from your mouth and also in the air, the humidity. And when there's too much moisture in the flute, it can get into the tunnel under the block. And when there's too much moisture, it can condensate, and then it will influence the airflow, which influences the sound quality. So you want to get rid of the moisture. So because the hole is smaller, less moisture is becoming into the flute, so you can play longer before you have any problems with moisture under your block. So another thing is with the red kite flutes, you can easily slide the block and open up the air chamber. So it's much easier to clean that out. If there's moisture or whatever, you can clean it out, and the moisture what is left can evaporate much easier than when it's always closed like this one. It's very nice. It's a very nice block with the bird, but it's not supposed to make the leather loose and then take off the block. It's too much work, and it takes too long. So that's another advantage. The very special thing about the red kite flutes is that the block, this flute is tuned in 440 Hz, but by changing the block, you can change it, you can just get it off, and then red kite flutes have a special 432 Hz block. So you can put it on, and then your flute is tuned in 432 Hz. Well, that's for me very important because more and more people want to play on a 432 Hz instrument. So these are a couple of advantages, and I really like the red kite flutes because they make use of hardwood. Most of the flutes are made of hardwood, and I like hardwood because it's a feeling. The sound is great, and it's more protected against dents and other things when it falls. It's strong. It's a strong flute. So if you are interested in buying a flute, just watch the website, and I'm a retailer. I'm the official retailer for the Benelux. And if you are living in the UK, I can connect you to red kite flutes because they are in the UK, and then it's much easier to buy directly from them. So hope to see you in the course, and maybe you can look at the collection of red kite flutes I have on the website.